Hello, thank you. And thank you to SellerCloud for having me here today. I'm really excited to be here, especially because all morning at the booth, I've had people come up and say, Google, what are you doing here? So hopefully today I can share a bit more about what we are doing and hopefully get you excited about what's ahead within the Google platform. So I'm going to talk about Google Shopping, particularly our platform called Google Shopping Actions, which is, I'm just going to give it away here. We've got a quick talk, and I'm going to have to blow through it. So to give it away up front, we're essentially building what I would call a distributed marketplace. So we're getting into kind of this marketplace business, but we're doing it a little bit differently than what you may be used to with some of the more established players in the market. So to get into how that's going to work and why, first I want to start with some consumer trends impacting retail. So there's a lot of data and interesting stats behind all of these trends, but I'm going to just quickly run through what we're seeing, particularly on our search data, the search trends that we're seeing, and then why we've decided to make the play that we are given these consumer trends. So first, you know this, customers, shoppers these days are curious, demanding, and impatient. You should see the searches that we're seeing coming in. People want personalized results. They expect shipping in a day or two. They want price competitive offers. They're asking Google for lists of products that they should buy. What's the best this or that? What stores are open near me right now? So it's just very, very demanding, and I'm sure you're seeing this play out in your own businesses. Because of mobile devices, frequency of shopping now is no longer just an event. Shopping isn't something you go and do. Shopping is just happening constantly. People are always on their phones, researching, looking to be inspired, and checking out. And so frequency is at an all-time high, and at the same time, brand loyalty is at an all-time low. So if you're a big established brand that's been around for a long time, this is really scary. It's a scary time out there because users or consumers aren't as interested these days as brands as they once were. They just want a great product at a great price. They want shipping, that's very quick, and they want great customer service. And again, the brand seems to matter less and less, and I think this is a trend that's going to continue. And finally, path to purchase. So when I was in school, I learned that there's this traditional marketing funnel. You start with a really wide range of products. So say I'm in the market for television. I look at what are all the options that are out there, what brands exist, what features exist, and then I whittle that down based on what I need, and I might whittle that down to a small set, and then I finally make my choice. So it's this very kind of linear path to purchase. So awareness, consideration, purchase has always been like the standard in marketing, and that just doesn't exist anymore. So phones have really changed the game here, and the marketing funnels continue to come in and out, narrow and broaden their sets of what they're considering purchasing based on all kinds of things, all these touch points. On to number 5. There's so many more touch points that a consumer is coming into contact with that helps shape their purchases. So we did an interesting research study, and there was one woman who was buying a cocktail dress. It took her 6 weeks to make the purchase and 400 touch points. I was like, 400 touch points, it's mind-blowing. But when you think about social media and blogs and videos and podcasts and on and on and on, those touch points add up very, very quickly. And so why am I telling you all of this? Why do you really care? Hopefully, in my mind, the big question here then is, as a retailer or a seller, how do you reach consumers who have seemingly infinite choice? They have sky-high expectations, and they are all over the place, all over the web, on their phones, hundreds of times a day. How do you intervene and reach those customers and actually make an influence over what they're going to purchase? And so that's what we've been thinking a lot about, and we look at, what is the opportunity that Google can bring to the table. One of the biggest assets we have that's a differentiator in the market is our number of properties. We have 8 properties with over 1 billion users each. We have the Google Assistant across 500 million devices. That number is growing every day, which means that Google has information about a customer, in their pocket, in their home, in their car, in their headphones. And again, this is only exploding. And so while voice today is still relatively new, and voice commerce in particular is very new, we think that in the next 10 years, that is going to look dramatically different. Kind of like the phone revolutionized the web, we think voice is really going to revolutionize mobile.
So if we think about the reach that we have, the Google strength in technology, so machine learning, and all of the data that we have available to us on what a customer is doing or what a user is doing across the web and all these different surfaces, all those touch points I mentioned, how do we marry that with your strength in product and merchandising, pricing and basket building, and logistics and fulfillment to create great retail experiences all across the web? So our mission with Google Shopping is to build delightful experiences that bring users, retailers, and manufacturers together throughout the shopping journey. Users turn to Google across the spectrum, whether they want to be inspired, whether they're researching, or when they're ready to purchase. And so this new offering that we've recently launched called Shopping Actions aims to tie the loop on that last part where people are ready to purchase. Instead of linking them off to Amazon or linking them to a retailer site, if a user is on a Google property, why don't we offer them the ability to transact right there and then? So you may be familiar with all of the Google organic experiences, Google ad experiences. I talked to a number of you who are running ads or have experimented with shopping ads. This is the next level, which is Shopping Actions. It's this transactional layer that we're offering across Google platforms. So what does this look like, or how does it look today? The first screenshot here, I've done a search for noise-canceling headphones. The very first, the first item there is a PLA ad, or product listing ad, so that's a typical pay-per-click ad. The second item, though, has that little shopping cart attached to it. Actually, that's a future-looking screenshot today. The shopping cart is actually a little blue price tag. That's a little shopping tag. But soon we'll be replacing it with this little shopping cart. And what that indicates is that as a user, you can click on that and add the item to a Google cart. The model here is a commission-based pay-per-sale model, not a cost-per-click ad model. We only show those items with the shopping cart when we believe a user has the purchase intent, they're ready to make that purchase. So the bar to showing this type of unit is much higher than showing a typical ad unit where you have a lot of controls over how much you're willing to bid. And again, we show those at any point in a user's journey. But these transactional units are shown only when we believe that a user is ready to make the purchase. We're also live on Google Express. And then the middle screenshot here I'm showing is Google Shopping. We're going to be combining the experiences of Google Express and Google Shopping. Google Shopping today is linked directly off of Google. So you can see here that the tab that says Shopping, that's where you would get to the shopping experience. We're working on a total makeover of this property. It's going to be much more immersive, much more personalized, and have a bunch of rich content included, sort of what you are seeing here as an example. And then finally, we're also live on the assistant. So today you can actually check out fully through voice. So if you said to your phone, okay, Google, buy Tide laundry detergent, it would prompt you through voice and you can fully transact through voice. Again, this is small but growing, and a lot of our really big retailer clients are interested in participating in the program so that they can really start to understand how voice commerce works. These are a couple other screenshots of what the experience looks like today. I'll just point you to the very first one. You can see here that I've added a smart watch to my cart, and we're very prominently showing that this is going to be offered by Target. At the bottom, it says buy together and save. We're then trying to build up that basket for Target. So you can add products from a wide variety of retailers all in the same cart. When you check out by retailer, and then on each instance, we're trying to help build up that basket for the retailer. So for a consumer, this experience is very simple. Anywhere you see that blue cart, you can add products to your universal Google shopping cart. It's safe. You can order from retailers and brands that you know and trust, or maybe some that you've never heard of before, but all backed by a Google guarantee, which means a secure checkout experience, very good customer service, and an easy return policy. And then across surfaces. So I mentioned that we're live on Google Search, Google Shopping, and the Assistant, and that's just the beginning. The program is less than a year old, and you can imagine that we could be expanding this experience to a number of additional Google properties. We're actually going to be launching next week that we're piloting on 2 very well-known properties already, and we'll be expanding that throughout the rest of the year. So you opt into the program once, you make your products available, and then we will surface those all across the web when relevant to a user. A couple other merchant benefits. I showed you the Target prominent merchant branding. We're also allowing you to ship in your own branded boxes, and we're really trying to prop up the merchants and brands that we're partnering with. We have no interest in becoming a retailer ourselves. We will not be producing products outside of the suite that you know already from Google, the Pixels and Android phones, et cetera, Nest. So we will not be competing with the companies that we are partnering with. Also, easy reordering and basket building. As I mentioned, this is an area that we're working on, and we'll continue to find ways to help with reordering and basket building for our retail partners. And just to be very clear again, this is a pay-per-sale model, so it's not the advertising cost per click. We charge a commission. The commissions are quite attractive. We're new to the game, we know that, and we're trying to make it beneficial and easy to opt in to the program. And then finally, actionable insights. We will surface to you where we think you have assortment that might do well, or where if you just change your prices slightly, you might have a better opportunity to compete, et cetera. And this will continue to get richer over time. So where are we today? This time last year, we had 40 big omni-channel retailers participating. And throughout the year, I think by end of year last year, we were at 800 merchants, and we're already at 1,300 now. So we are kind of doing a lot of events like this, announcing the program, inviting people in. We've been very invitation only to date. We are going to be changing that. We have an integration already with SellerCloud. They make it very easy to integrate. If you have any issues, we have a direct line to them. We can help troubleshoot. And we're looking now to round out our assortment. So we want great assortment at good prices and good shipping speeds. And that's why we're here today. Would love to also surface your products across Google. I do have a couple quick case studies. This one is by Lala Daisy. They're a beauty brand. In the first month that they worked with us on Google Shopping Actions, they saw a 15% increase in total sales. And 6 months in, they're seeing 12% of their total sales coming from Google Shopping Actions. So I share this with you because hopefully it's material enough, but I want to warn you, it's not massive. We're only at the beginning stages, and we haven't lit this product up across a bunch of our surfaces. But would love to work with you nice and early, get in, learn how it works, give us the feedback, and as we grow, we'd love for you to grow along with us. And then another case study, this is with Ambush Boards, they're a skateboarding company. They already run product listing ads. So again, I did talk to a lot of people who do run product listing ads or have trialed it in the past. Product listing ads can be expensive, which is why a lot of smaller businesses really have a hard time and are more interested potentially in the Shopping Actions program. But this company has found a way to make PLA work for them in some cases, and adding in Shopping Actions has been additive to their overall Google program. So they've seen over 100% increase in conversions and total revenue by running both of them alongside each other. And I just want to say thank you. If you have any questions, I will be at the booth for a while. Would love to work with you. Also, feel free to direct questions to SellerCloud. Would love your feedback as well on what we're doing here. And I have an interest form as well. So if you are interested, please sign up. We'll capture all the interest, and then we'll be sure to follow up with you. Thank you.